What's up, guys? Mike in the building. Hope you guys had a good day today. Pike the trade, caught a nice pre-market trade. I'm gonna start this off with this video real quick. Gotta have fun, right? I don't know if you heard the sound or not, but whatever. APLM was a pre-market trade for me. These guys had warrants at 36 cents, so it's kind of some good information to know. This thing did spike over 50% and then pulled back. I thought this was a good dip entry right here. And then I averaged up right here before the breakout. There was a lot of big buy orders coming through here on this for this book. All right. So I thought these were some great ads. If this wasn't going to work, I would quickly see this kind of break down. Some buyers, or sorry, some sellers got absorbed right here, exhausted, but we held above these areas. And these were some pretty big slaps on this one, right? There's like 160,000 right here, and even 50K right there. So that was really great. What's important right here is to see, if you think about gap fills and things like unwinding closer to open, they have to get to the gap fill, right? When they get to the gap fill, then you see something like this where they fill the gap back downwards, right? And then they sell off, all right? So you're going to have situations when you're trading where you get a nice pre-market gap fill play. So when an open happens, it traps longs maybe, and maybe some people are buying some dips on this, and then it just sells off and gets really heavy. You see how many offers are holding this down. It's completely selling off. Way different pre-market. Pre-market, you kind of get this bid spoof action where it's a great book flip right there, by the way. But where you get bidders kind of popping up, pulling, you got to zoom in on this. You'll see some more spoof bids, right? These are kind of pretty big bids, decent for the pre-market action on this one. And plus level 2, right? You get a 50K right there. See, they pull it. We're starting to rip. They got another book flip. Um, these front runners kind of loosen up a bit right here. They obviously don't want to get filled. They do keep some on the book, right? And then it ends up failing. All right. You get a huge walk down into open, and then it just sells off. It's really important to see a lot of spoof bids on this for continuation. When we look at APLM, I'll go over CXI as well in a sec. But this was, it's filling its gap back down. 26 cents was a big level, previous VWAP level right there. So that was pretty key to look for, right? And this kind of just went up only on the 5, but on the 1 there's a great opportunity to play this right here. And then again, this consolidated sideways and then broke out. This was a huge target for me. If you go to look at this right here, this filled this whole entire gap up right here. Got to even 39 cents right there. So that was a great pre-market play. But this is the gap fill that it filled at open. They had a nice ATM, and then they must have just cranked that ATM right there. But trading this pre-market, seeing it kind of, this is where that pullback was, and then it cranked, tested this level, and then ripped and filled the gap. Trading gappers are things that are gapping. Just got to get more familiar with which direction it's going. Did it fill the gap pre-market? Where we're opening up? How we're opening up, and is there any buyers interested? There obviously was not buyers interested on this name. I really don't particularly like to play these names too if you can clearly see there's really not a lot of appetite at all. And even when it tries, it looks like someone tried right here, slap in 60K, a little bit of mix buying and selling, but there's just no follow through. It's really not opening up. It's just continuing to sell off. All right, that was a trade. VEV, I did trade VEV out of the open. I thought VEV was great. This did kind of try to pop and give this weak open right here, and then this bidder came right here. All right, so that was nice to see. It did fill a little bit more of its gap, but VEV was a little different, right? VEV's different. Why? We're trying to play a window gap daily. All right. So the fact that this actually held 21s right there was great. Okay. I actually played it up here a lot. Missed the good ads down here. But this pulled back and held above that window gap, so I took an entry and then scalped it. I wanted more out of it, but it started to peak out with this volume and did not hold back. I think got 20%. Yeah, 20% wasn't that bad. CXAI was another one. Real quick too, before I hop into CXAI, this was important key right here moment for me. All right, I wish I would have got these ads. That didn't happen. That's okay. Nice little book flip right here. This pulls back. So this was the pullback over a previous area of interest. All right, so that's that window gap holding, and then it cranking again. What happened was is once I saw this bidder get pulled, that's when I took the rest of my profits and I pretty much left the building after that. And why is because this thing was gapped up a lot, right? Go back to that again. VEV was gapped up a lot, right? So it did a micro clear out. This needed to go and open up more and potentially fill more of this daily gap, and that didn't. So that's okay. It literally filled the gap again. So it filled it pre-market, right? And then it gave one more opportunity, one more leg with this volume, increasing volume right here on the 5. So I had decent volume. When it was trading up here, had about 155 mil for a penny. That's 20 cents. That's okay. If it was 3, 4, 500 mil, that's a little bit different. Like huge, right? Huge was a really good trade on Friday. This filled a huge gap on that one. This one had 1.1 billion. I believe, yeah, 1.1 billion. When this was trading down here, it had 3, 400 mil. And it really cranked. So it did a completely different. Also, it's a completely different daily, without a doubt. I like this walk down right here. Traded sideways and then actually caught news, and it's trading above its gap. And then we open up into these levels right here. You can see and holds up. So that was great. It's so important to understand what daily you're trading and to see what kind of potential dilution that can be going on. They're small caps. They dilute. They pop up. They dilute. They rotate. They dilute, they rotate, and they dilute over and over and over again. It's just, that's the name of the beast with these. CXAI had 172s on this one. Actually had 172s, 174s, cut it, 175. I did not catch these soaks. This was actually the better read down here. But I was able to get CXAI. I thought this was an important area to reclaim. So as soon as we actually reclaim that area, I had this on the book for a good reason. And once we reclaimed this area, I actually we went long again. And I was talking to J-Red about this. We see this type of swipe a lot now, and it's not a lot like in the sense like it happens every single day, but I've seen it plenty of times where they paint this certain structure and they have these offers, and these offers make it look really thick, heavy. Like, hey, it's gonna fail. So now they paint all these lower highs, and they put all this liquidity over. And I was like, yo, this is gonna swipe the whole thing in a flash. Because I've seen this happen plenty of times now on the book. Being on the book for almost a year, that was really awesome. It just completely swipes the whole thing. Happens so quick. I don't know if you guys are using the book on this one or not. If not, it's cool. But that's that liquidity swipe that you see that just swipes above it, consolidates above it, and puts in another leg. Transparency. I could have traded this better. I got a scalp. I went long again down here, scalped it. And then when this came back down here, it did not play this for that. So I didn't catch this whole move. I got a couple scalps out of it. Decent scalps. This one was painful because that would have been $1 per share if I would have been a little bit smarter. I had a lot to learn with this. So although I scalped this name, which I really don't like to do it, a big fake out right here, I caught this move and caught this 5-minute candle making a new high for another scalp. This was my best scalp right here on it for sure, breaking out. And then I didn't play any of this. I don't know why, to be honest. Um, but I think it was the daily that was potentially throwing me off on this one. But uh, I'll get better with that one. It's nice I studied this for a while today on the book. There's plenty of opportunities. This book-wise didn't have a lot of bid support, but the level two and the amount of slaps that we're doing this was great. You know, this there's a couple key areas understanding this. One, for me, I took this trade and then I took this trade for new highs again. But when this pulled back right here and does not break down over these big liquidity swipes, that was great. All right. They also pulled some offers right here. Actually, they got filled and then again, it still doesn't break down, right? They had some absorption right here, which was nice to see, right? Not breaking down. So they swipe this again, pulls back. Now we're trading above this liquidity. That's another nice look for continuation. When I'm trading pennies, I trade a lot of pennies, so I need to get more familiarized with confidence wise with trading these. Did well today. I had a great day between these two trades, this pre-market trade and then this open long, or catching this for its second leg. Sizing into that was great. So those two were two great ones. I did swing PSIG. We'll see how that goes tomorrow. PSIG. Um, Looking for an inside bar play. At the time, it was right here. I did add 184s for a swing. I was watching this for a while and I saw these dumps, and then in particular, this one caught my attention because it just seems like it was dumping the whole time and then swiping. Bookwise, PSIG down here, I thought that it was. The reason why I even took that long was because of the seller tried to shove it down, and then I saw it reclaiming above where this liquidity tried to dump. So that's the candle that I got in. And then I just held it. I did scale some into this push right here right before close, and then I'm going to see how this one opens up. So it did trap a lot of volume, right? We had 182, and then day two was 7.9. So we'll see how this opens up. Worst thing for me on this one, this could just give it all back in pre-market, and then I stop out and then take a win on the first scales. But it would be nice to see this clear out this level right here on PSIG. We'll see. Definitely some good buys into close, strong buys, good volume into close. Ideally, now we hold above 205s. That'd be sick, right? Leave that for tomorrow morning. But all right, guys, that's all I got. I hope you guys have a great day. Peace out, Mikey.